Hello and welcome to UPSC Quiz, an initiative started by mediacell. In this video, we will discuss answers and explanations of the questions uploaded earlier on our Instagram page. You can find the link in the description below. The topic of the quiz is science and technology. Now let's move on to the questions. Question number 1. In India, the term public key infrastructure is used in the context of option A, digital security infrastructure, option B, food security infrastructure, option C, healthcare and education infrastructure, or option D, telecommunication infrastructure and transportation. The correct answer is option A. Public key infrastructure is a technology for authenticating devices and users in the digital world. The basic idea behind PKI is to have one or more parties digitally sign documents certifying that a particular cryptographic key belongs to a user or a device. Digital signatures are an example of this. PKI in India is controlled by the Controller of Certifying Authorities, Ministry of IT in the Government of India. Information Technology Act of 2008 provides necessary legal framework to support digitalization. Question number 2. RNA interference technology has gained popularity in the last few years. Why? Statement 1. It is used in developing gene silencing therapies. Statement 2. It can be used in developing therapies for treatment of cancer. Statement 3. It can be used to develop hormone replacement therapies. Statement 4. It can be used to develop crop plants that are resistant to viral pathogens. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Option A 1, 2 and 4. Option B 2 and 3. Option 3 1 and 3 or option D 1 and 4. The correct answer is option A. RNA is a gene silencing technology that inhibits protein synthesis in target cells using double-stranded RNA. This became popular because of its gene silencing therapies with applications linked to curing many non-communicable diseases like cancer. Thus, statement 1 and 2 are correct. RNA is also used to produce crop plants that are resistant to plant viruses such as RNA, DNA viruses, insects, and other fungal pathogens. While it was known that plants expressing virus-specific proteins showed enhanced tolerance or resistance to viral infection, it was not expected that plants carrying only short, known coding regions of viral RNA sequences would show similar levels of protection. The reverse experiment, in which short sequences of plant genes were introduced into viruses, showed that the targeted gene was suppressed in an infected plant. Also, statement 3 is incorrect as hormones cannot be replaced using RNA technology. Question number 3. In India, why are some nuclear reactors kept under IAEA safeguards while others are not? Option A. Some use uranium and others use thorium. Option B. Some use imported uranium and others use domestic supplies. Option C. Some are operated by foreign enterprises and others are operated by domestic enterprises. Option D. Some are state-owned and others are privately owned. The correct answer is option B. As per the India-US Civil Nuclear Deal signed in 2008, India can maintain two types of nuclear reactors. Certain reactors in which we are using domestic fuel, India can keep them outside the purview of IAEA. However, the reactors in which we are using imported fuel, they will be mandatorily under the inspection of IAEA. There are at present 22 operational reactors, of which 14 are under the International Atomic Energy Agency safeguards, as these are using imported fuel. Question number 4. The terms WannaCry, Petya and EternalBlue, sometimes mentioned in the news, are related to option A. Exoplanets, option B. Cryptocurrency, option C. Cyber attacks, or option D. Mini satellites. The correct option is C. Cyber attacks. WannaCry, Petya and EternalBlue during 2017-18 targeted a wide range of digital systems from US government databases to individual computers. In recent years, cyber attacks like SolarWinds, Revil have made headlines which should be kept in mind. All other options mentioned above are also recurring questions asked by UPSC. Question number 5. With reference to carbon nanotubes, consider the following statements. Statement number 1. They can be used as carriers of drugs and antigens in the human body. Statement 2. They can be made into artificial blood capillaries for an injured part of a human body. Statement 3. They can be used in biochemical sensors. Statement 4. Carbon nanotubes are biodegradable. Which of the statements given above are correct? Option A 1 and 2 only. Option B 2, 3 and 4 only. Option C 1, 3 and 4 only. Or option D 1, 2, 3, 4 all of the above. The correct answer is option C. Carbon nanotubes are cylindrical molecules that consist of rolled up sheets of single layer carbon atoms, graphene. They develop ultra high strength and low weight materials that possess highly conductive electrical and thermal properties. They are also promising drug delivery platforms that can be functionalized with a variety of biochemicals such as antibodies, proteins, antigens, and DNA. Carbon nanotubes can easily penetrate cells and improve pharmacological and therapeutic profile and efficacy of the drug. And statement 1 is correct. Using carbon nanotubes as an artificial blood vessel can create blood clotting, therefore it is unsafe. And statement 2 is not correct. NASA has successfully demonstrated a miniaturized electronics technology with extremely high sensitivity for in vitro detecting specific biomarker signatures based vertically aligned carbon nanotubes. And statement 3 is correct. It has been demonstrated that functionalized carbon nanotubes can be degraded by oxidative enzymes. Multiple types of microbes, including bacteria and fungi, have the ability to degrade carbon nanotubes, graphene, and their derivatives. And statement 4 is correct. Question number 6. Consider the following statements about Mangalyaan mission launched by ISRO. Statement 1. It is also called the Mars Orbiter mission. Statement 2. It made India the second country to have a spacecraft orbit Mars after USA. Statement 3. It made India the only country to be successful in making its spacecraft orbit Mars in the very first attempt. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Option A 1 only. Option B 2 and 3 only. Option C 1 and 3 only. Or option D 1, 2 and 3. The correct answer is option C 1 and 3 only. The Mars Orbiter mission, also called Mangalyaan, is India's first interplanetary mission. ISRO became the fourth space agency to reach Mars after Soviet Union space program, NASA, and European Space Agency. It is the first Asian nation to reach Mars orbit and the first nation to do so in its very first attempt. Therefore, statement 1 and 3 are correct.